Hey guys, in a previous video, James and I talked about picking up antique magazines that were 100 years old. So in this video, you're going to see some of the really cool advertisements and articles from these magazines. Watch the video and yeah, let's look through these together. I'm Janet Decay the Mummy.
And I'm Grimm Gorri the Monkey.
And together we host
The Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout!
Friday nights on Facebook Live.
Well, that was interesting.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay, so this first one isn't quite 100 years old, but it's close to it. It says March 1932, 35 cents. Wow, okay. So let's look through this. I noticed the magazines were bigger back then, too. There's Tiffany and Company. Look at that ad for a diamond watch. That's cool. The new Buick with wizard control. Wizard control. Huh. Okay, then. Let's see what else is in here. Wallpaper. Easter stuff. See. Home insulation. This is like a home and garden, book. So you're going to see a lot of stuff like that in here. I like the old lettering. The retro lettering is really cool. Copper and brass gutters. How about that? Roofing. That's not as interesting. There were some car ads in here and some really nice pictures of some of the living rooms and bedrooms. So you could see the old-timey furniture. So there's some furniture there. Some of those are neat to look at. And these magazines we did pick up at a Savers thrift store mixed in with some other magazines. They were in, like, when they'll bag everything up where you get like a baggie of stuff for like $3 or $4. I think these were around $3. Ooh, there's a beautiful ad. Chrysler floating power. Automatic clutch, silent gear selector, freewheeling, hydraulic brakes. Wow, that's a beautiful looking car. Beautiful illustrations. Some more ads, but these ones aren't as pretty as that Chrysler one. See England with us, London and Northeastern Railway. There you go. Some tourist stuff there. Apartment buildings, it looks like. Fencing, Pittsburgh fence. Let's see, what else do we have here? Rug cushions. The old artwork and the old photos are cool. And then if you look, there were, I think it was this, there were some houses in here listed for like $5,000 and less. Like, some of the prices are really like, wow, that's cheap compared to what prices are like now. So yeah, there's more like home advertisements. And little dogs, Scotty dog. Scottish Terriers. That must have been a popular dog breed in 1932. More dogs. Some articles. Let's see. I'm trying not to mess up the pages and do this with one hand. I really should set up the tripod, but that's okay. I just thought we could flip through this, and I should be okay with holding it. Those old windows there. I don't know if it's this book, but there's one book that has, it featured a mansion from Ohio. It was some really beautiful, like, old-timey mansion. There's the old furniture there. There's a house there that looks pretty. Flower arrangements. Ooh, that one's in color. Most of this magazine's been in black and white. Ikebana, the Japanese flower arrangements. Oh, here it is. This is the one. Okay. An Elizabethan house in a woodland clearing upon an Ohio hillside. Ooh, pretty. It made it in the House magazine back in 1932. I wonder if that house is still around. It doesn't have an address, so it won't let me look it up. And then there's dinnerware, table settings, all colorful. So let's see if there's any other really cool ads in this one. More flowers, more furniture. Let's see any more. There's Campbell Soup. Ew, asparagus soup. Would you guys eat that? Asparagus soup. There's pea soup. That's not too bad. Celery soup, like cream of celery. That's not too bad. But asparagus? Ooh, I don't know. There's some pretty artwork there. Here's an old Listerine ad. Since I started gargling with Listerine, I almost never have a cold. So there you go. Listerine ad. There's a Cadillac ad, but no nice pictures on that one. It's kind of boring. Ooh, here's a Chevy ad. Chevrolet. New Chevrolet 6 for 1932. Pretty cool. All right, we're going to go to the next magazine. I'm going to give my hands a break. Before we go to the next magazine, I see this ad on the back, and it's a nurse, a picture of a nurse, advertising Camels. Camels cigarettes. Yikes. Times are definitely different now. All right, here's House Garden magazine, and it has a beautiful, like, Japanese painting or something on the cover. This is from December 1921, and it was 35 cents. So that was almost 100 years ago. Wow. And you could tell someone was keeping this and maybe collected some of these. They even taped up the side. It looks like maybe it was ripped and they tried taping it. So we'll be careful going through these pages. So this is like another house magazine with like construction and building ads and furniture. Mahogany furniture. Madison Avenue, New York. Ooh. Let's see, what else can we find in here? Kohler, they're still around. Bath fixtures and stuff. All these different ads. I love the old lettering. So pretty. These are just fun to look through. It might be boring for you, and if it is, I apologize, but I find these fun. And some of these ads, maybe I could tear them out and put them online. I know some people do that with old magazines. They'll take the ads out and put them on eBay. But I don't know if it's really that profitable. I'd have to do some research. I might just keep these as is, just because they're fun. So there's an article all about setting up your French garden, doing some gardening there, different gardening ideas and tips and stuff. That pretty house. Different pieces there, antiques, collectibles, furniture. Look at those clocks, how fancy. More houses. Look at that fireplace, wow. That's a real fancy looking den. More house pictures. More gardening and house stuff. Let's see if there's any cool ads in here. Let's flip through this a little bit more. How to make your own curtains, it looks like. Furniture pieces you could buy. Oh, that chair was $49. How much is a chair at a furniture store now? Like $500? And that one from 1921 was probably built better. Stationery sets. Different ads for that. Linens. Piano ad to get your own baby grand piano. More house stuff. Let's see if there's any. I thought this one had another car ad. Maybe I was mistaken. Christmas gifts. Okay, there's silverware. That one's. Ooh. Okay, this is the ad. Victrola. Now that's awesome. The Victrola is the gift of all music to your home. And how much was a Victrola machine then? $25 to $1,500 back in 1921. You could listen to music at home. It was like their iPod back then. Or their CDs. So there's that one. I'm going to go to the next magazine. Okay, here's a house and garden one that's over 100 years old. This is from March 1914. 1914. Let's see what was going on back then. This is like a little time travel here. Oh, there's flower seeds you could buy. Old English floor wax. You know, got to keep your floors clean. Real estate, farms, houses. All right, well, cool. How much were farms in Connecticut? Let's see. Okay, it says $3,000 to $90,000. Houses in Connecticut are probably a lot more now. And the pages are very yellowed from age. There's hen houses for having your chickens, quail and pheasants. A lot of farming stuff in here. A lot of people were still doing farming. Let's see. For the good of the neighborhood, there's people in horse and buggy collecting rubbish. They're out picking trash and cleaning up. Wow. Back in 1914, they were trying to be environmentally friendly and pick up the neighborhood. In their horse and buggy. No dumping allowed. Ha ha. Sorry, I have to laugh at that one. I'm immature. And there's some roosters. There's some poultry. Some birds. Chickens. I'm not going to say the other word. Alright, people gardening. More gardening and pretty houses. What else is in here? Flowers. More pretty houses. Lots of articles on farming. How to, it looks like, yeah, make a frame, hotbed and cold frame gardening. Different ways to set up your garden beds. More flowers. I bet there's stuff in here that you could still use to garden today. I don't think, I mean, I'm not a gardener, but, you know, it looks like it's a lot of the same stuff you could probably do today. Kind of cool, right? More pretty houses there. All right, let's flip through this. I want to find the really cool ads. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Safety first when she drives. There isn't anything you won't do to make motoring safe for her and the kitties. If you had to, you'd be mighty extravagant in order to secure safety first for them. Goodrich tires. For your Model T car back in the day. How cool. So one of the first cars, and it's like, hey, here's the tires. My burglar insurance. The housebreaker passes. Okay, so it's selling locks and keys. Western Electric phones. Ooh, you could have your own telephone in your house. Wow. And porcelain refrigerators. Those were probably those old-timey like ice boxes. There's another ad for bathtubs. So sweet, you could take a bath and talk on the telephone. Things we take for granted now, but you know, I guess it was a big deal back then. Cement. More like house stuff, construction stuff. Here's an ad for like a kitchen pantry, kitchen cupboards. Ordering your own flowers. Plumbing. It's really interesting. Let's see. What else is here? I think we have one more magazine under this one, and it's not as old. I think it's from the late 30s. There's the refrigerators back in 1914. A carpet sweeper. Bissell carpet sweeper. So that was, yeah, first vacuum cleaner. Let's see. More house stuff. Ooh, here we go. It's the corner on it's a little bent, but Packard Motor Car Company, Detroit. That's a cool ad. That's a sweet car. Would you drive that car? That would be fun to go ride around in. Maybe not so good in the snow, but there it is. And the ad on the back is for Sweet Peas. There you go. All right, let's go to the next magazine. Actually, there's two magazines in here. This one says 1937. This is Life magazine. Yeah, Life. So let's see. Oh, these ads look more interesting already. So maybe the home and garden ones weren't as fun. Motion pictures. So there's some motion pictures. Some ads in there. Some politics from back in 1937. Yeah, articles and pictures from stuff going on overseas at that time. Those are kind of neat to look through. Actually, these magazines I think are more interesting. Maybe I saved the better ones for last. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments below. Would you look through these if you saw them at a thrift store? Would you buy them? And then this is an article with pictures about a Senate hearing back in 1937. And there's a beautiful singer there. What's her name? Let's see. Does it have her name? Marian Anderson. She was featured in Life magazine. Marian Anderson, back in 1937. Some pretty statues. Oh, there we go. There's a car ad. That's neat. More articles. Let's flip towards the back here. Kentucky Tavern. There's a whiskey ad. What's that? Vegetable oleo margarine. I don't even know how to pronounce that. So that must be like, yeah, like an oil margarine. And Chesterfield. There we go. Okay, here's a funny one. Van Camp's pork and beans. Van de Camp. Well, it says Van Camp. Yeah, it says Van Camp's on there. Yeah, so they must have changed it. Yeah, so you can eat your pork and beans, and then on the next page, it has an ad for a laxative. So if the beans don't do it for you, you can take a laxative. Back from 1937. And then, you know, there's Martell Brandy. And there's an ad for underpants. So you can, you know, dress like that guy. So here's a 1937 ad called Top of the Town. It's a movie Top of the Town. So who's in this movie? Let's see. George Murphy, Doris Nolan, Hugh Hubert, Gregory Radiff, Henry Armetta. I have not seen this movie, but it's a cool looking ad. And it was a Universal picture. Top of the Town. Telephone, Bell Telephones. Some politics and news. There's pictures and stuff there. Let's fast forward. Here's an old-timey ad for Maybelline. Maybelline mascara. So, wow, that's pretty cool. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Here's an Aqua Velva aftershave ad. That's kind of neat. I didn't know that stuff was that old. Crosley refrigerators. Crosley. I know they make record players. I didn't know they made refrigerators. So those are the cool ads that are out of that one. We did look through all of the magazines. And thanks, guys, for watching the video. Remember to hit like, hit subscribe. We do appreciate you. And that's all for now. We'll try to do a daily video every day for the year 2021. So, like always, stay tuned.